NEET Biology, diagram based practice question number 14. Question number 1. What is happening to diaphragm in the given figure? Shown the diagram, mechanism of breathing showing inspiration. Breathing involves two stages. Inspiration, during which atmospheric air is drawn in, and expiration, by which the alveolar air is released out. The movement of air into and out of the lungs is carried out by creating a pressure gradient between the lungs and the atmosphere. Inspiration can occur if the pressure within the lungs, that is intrapulmonary pressure, is less than atmospheric pressure. That is, there is a negative pressure in the lungs with respect to atmospheric pressure. Similarly, expiration takes place when the intrapulmonary pressure is higher than the atmospheric pressure. The diaphragm and a specialized set of muscles, external and internal intercostals between the rib, help in the generation of such gradients. Inspiration is initiated by the contraction of diaphragm, which increases the volume of thoracic chamber in the anterior-posterior axis. The contraction of external intercostal muscles lift at the ribs and the sternum, causing an increase in the volume of the thoracic chamber in the dorsoventral axis. The overall increase in the thoracic volume causes a similar increase in pulmonary volume. An increase in pulmonary volume decreases the intrapulmonary pressure to less than the atmospheric pressure, which forces the air from outside to move into the lungs, that is inspiration. Relaxation of the diaphragm and the intercostal muscle return the diaphragm and sternum to their normal position and reduce the thoracic volume and thereby the pulmonary volume. This leads to an increase in intrapulmonary pressure to slightly above the atmospheric pressure, causing the expulsion of air from the lungs, that is expiration. So the correct answer, option B. B is contraction. Question number 2. What is the scientific name of the number of plantae kingdom represented in the figure? Shown the diagram, pteridophytic plant, Equistrum. The pteridophytes includes hostile and ferns. Pteridophytes are used for medicinal purposes and as soil binders. They are also frequently grown as ornamental. Evolutionary, they are a best terrestrial plant. It possesses vascular tissue, that is xylem and phloem. The dominant phase is the life cycle is the gametophytic plant body. However, the pteridophytes in bryophytic gametophytic plant body, in pteridophytes the main plant body is a sporophytic, which is differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. These organ possess well differentiated vascular tissue. The leaves in pteridophyta are small, that is microphyls. In Selaginella are large in as in fern. The sporophyte are sporangia that are leaf-like appendages called sporophyll. In some cases, sporophyll may distinct compactly structure called strobili or cone. That is example Selaginella and Equistrum. The sporangia produce spore by meiosis in spore mother cell. The spore germinate, give rise to inconspicuous, small but multicellular, free-living, mostly photosynthetic thalloid gametophytes called prothallus. The gametophyte require cool, damp, shady places is grow. Because of their specific restricted requirement and the need water for fertilization, the spread of living pteridophytes is limited and restricted to narrow geographical region. So the correct answer, option D. D is Equistrum. Question number 3. Which of the following is the correct label? Shown in the diagram, right pectoral girdle and upper arm. The bones of the limb along with their girdles constitute the appendicular skeleton. Each limb is made up of 30 bones. The bone of the hand are humerus, radius, and ulna. Carpals, that is wrist bone, 8 in number. Metacarpal form bone, 5 in number. And phalanges, that is digit, 14 in number. Pectoral or pelvic girdle bones help in the articulation of the upper and lower limb respectively with the axial skeleton. Each girdle is formed of two halves. Each half of a pectoral girdle consists of a clavicle and a scapula. Scapula is a large triangular platform situated in the dorsal part of the thorax between the second and the seventh rib. The dorsal plate triangular body of scapula has a slightly elevated ridge called spine, which projects as a flat expanded process called the acromion. The clavicle articulates with this below the acromion is a depression called clinoid cavity, which articulates with the head of the humerus to form the shoulder joint. Each clavicle is a long slender bone with two curvature. This bone is commonly called collarbone. So the correct answer option C is ulna. Question number 4. Which stage of M phase, that is mitotic phase, is represented given the figure? Shown the diagram, anaphase. At the onset of anaphase, each chromosome arranged at the metaphase plate is split simultaneously and the two daughter chromatids, now referred to as chromosome of the future daughter nuclei, begin their migration towards the opposite pole. As each chromosome moves away from the equatorial plate, the centromere of each chromosome is towards the pole and hence at the leading edge with the arms of the chromosome trailing behind. Thus, anaphase stage is characterized by the following key events: centromere split and chromatids separate. Chromatids move to opposite pole. So the correct answer option B is anaphase. Question number 5. Which of the four types of teeth shown the diagram is monopicodont? Shown the diagram, arrangement of different types of teeth in the jaws on one side and the sockets on the other side. The alimentary canal begins with the anterior opening the mouth and is open out posteriorly through the anus. The mouth leads to the buccal cavity or oral cavity. The oral cavity has a number of teeth and a muscular tongue. Each tooth is embedded in a socket of jawbone. This type of attachment is called thecodont. Majority of the mammals, including human being, forms two sets of teeth during their life. A set of temporary milk or deciduous teeth replaced by a set of permanent or adult teeth. This type of dentition is called dipicodont. An adult human has 32 permanent teeth, which are 4 different type of dentition, that is catrodont, namely incisors, canine, premolars and molars. Arrangement of teeth in each half of the upper and lower jaw in the order I, C, P, M and M is represented by a dental formula, which is humanis 2123 by 2123. The hard chewing surface of the teeth made up of enamel help in the mastication of food. The tongue is freely movable muscular organ attached to the floor of the oral cavity by the frenulum. The upper surface of the tongue has small projection called papillae, some of which bear taste bud. So the correct answer option C is 4. Question number 6. What is the site of action of ADH? Shown the diagrammatic representation of nephron and vasa recta showing counter current mechanism. Mammals have the ability to produce a concentrated urine. The Henle loop and vasa recta play a significant role in this. The flow of filtrate in the two limbs of Henle loop is in opposite direction and thus form a counter current. The flow of blood through the two limbs of vasa recta is also in a counter current pattern. The proximity between the Henle loop and vasa recta as well as the counter current in them help in maintaining and increasing osmolarity towards the inner medullary interstitium, that is from 300 osmolarity is the cortex to about 1200 osmolarity in the inner medulla. This gradient is mainly caused by sodium chloride and urea. Sodium chloride is then transported by the ascending limb of Henle loop, which is exchanged with the descending limb of vasa recta. Sodium chloride is returned to the interstitium of the ascending portion of the vasa recta. Similarly, small amount of urea enter the thin segment of the ascending limb of Henle loop, which is transported back to the interstitium by the collecting tubule. The above described transport of substance facilitated by the special arrangement of Henle loop and vasa recta is called counter current mechanism. This mechanism helps to maintain concentration gradient in the medullary interstitium. Presence of such interstitial gradient help in an easy passage of water from the collecting tubule, thereby contracting the filtrate, that is urine. Human kidney can produce urine nearby 4 times concentrated than the initial filtrate is formed. So the correct answer option D is DCT. Question number 7. Which of the following bones doesn't exist in pair? Shown the diagrammatic view of human skull. Skeletal system consists of a brachiorca bone and a few cartilage. This system has a significant role in movement shown the body. Imagine chewing food without jaw, bones and walking around without the limb bone. Bone and cartilage specialized connective tissue. The former has a very hard matrix due to calcium salt in it and the latter has slightly pliable matrix due to the contractant salt. In human being, the system is made up of 206 bones and a few cartilages. It is grouped into two principal divisions, the axial and the appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton comprises 80 bone distributed along the main axis of the body. The skull, vertebral column, sternum and rib constitute the axial skeleton. The skull composed of two sets of bone, cranial and facial. The total 22 bones. Cranial bones are 18 in number. They form the hard protective outer covering cranium for the brain. The facial region is made up of 40 skeletal elements which form the front of the skull. A single U-shaped bone called hyoid is present at the base of the buccal cavity and it is also included in the skull. Each middle ear contains 3 tiny bones, malleus, incus and stapes, collectively called ear ossicles. The skull region of articles with the superior region of the vertebral column with the help of two occipital condyles, that is dicondylic skull. So the correct answer option C is occipital bone. Question number 8. Which is incorrect with respect to the organelle shown in the figure? Shown the diagram endoplasmic reticulum. Electron microscopy studies of eukaryotic cell reveal the presence of a network of or reticulum of tiny tubular structure scattered in the cytoplasm that is called the endoplasmic reticulum. Hence, endoplasmic reticulum divides the intracellular space into two distinct compartments, that is luminal inside ER and extraluminal cytoplasm compartment. The endoplasmic reticulum often shows ribosome attached to the outer surface. The endoplasmic reticulum bearing ribosome on their surface is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. If the absence of ribosome, they appear smooth and are called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum frequently observed in the cell actively involved in the protein synthesis and secretion. They are extensive and continuous with the outer membrane of the nucleus. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is the major site for synthesis of lipid. In animal cell, lipid like steroidal hormone are synthesized by smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So the correct answer option D. D is synthesize ATP. Question number 9. The diagram represents a sarcomere. Which of the following is the correct option? Shown the diagram, diagrammatic representation of a sarcomere. Each muscle fiber is lined by plasma membrane called sarcolemma enclosing the sarcoplasm. Muscle fiber is syntium as the sarcoplasm contains many nuclei. The endoplasmic reticulum, that is sarcoplasmic reticulum of the muscle fiber, is a storehouse of calcium ion. A characteristic feature of the muscle fiber is the presence of large number of parallelly arranged filaments in the sarcoplasm called myofilament or myofibril. Each myofibril has alternate dark and light band. A detailed study of myofibril has established in the striated appearance is due to the distribution pattern of two important proteins, actin and myosin. The light band contains actin and is called I band or isotropic band, whereas dark band A or anisotropic band contains myosin. Both the proteins are arranged rod-like structure parallel to each other and also be the longitudinal axis of the myofibrils. Actin filament are thinner as compared to the myosin filament, hence are commonly called thin and thick filament respectively. In the center of each I band is an elastic fiber called Z line which bisect it. The thin filament are firmly attached to the Z line. The thick filament in the A band are also called held together in the middle of the band by the thin fibrous membrane called M line. The A and I band are arranged alternately throughout the length of the myofibrils. The portion of the myofibril between two successive Z line is considered as the functional unit of contraction and is called sarcomere. In a resting state, the edges of the thin filament on either side of the thick filament partially overlap the pre-end of the thick filament, leaving the central part of the thick filament. The central part of the thick filament not overlapped by thin filament is called the H zone. So the correct answer option C. C is H zone. In the diagram, number 1 denote H zone, 2 I band, 3 A band, 4th Z line. Question number 10. The given diagram represent. Shown the diagram transverse section of dicot leaf. The vertical section of a trociventral leaf through a lamina show three main parts, namely epidermis, mesophyll and vascular system. The epidermis which covers both the upper surface, that is addoxal epidermis, and lower surface, that is abaxal epidermis of the leaf has a conspicuous cuticle. The abaxal epidermis generally bears more stomata than the addoxal epidermis. The latter may even lack stomata. The tissue between the upper and lower epidermis is called mesophyll. Mesophyll, which possesses chloroplast and carry out photosynthesis, is made up of parenchyma. It has two types of cell, palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. The addoxally placed palisade parenchyma is made up of elongated cell, which are arranged vertically and parallel to each other. The oval or round or loosely arranged spongy parenchyma is situated below the palisade cell and extend to the lower epidermis. There are numerous large spaces and air cavities between these cells. Vascular system includes vascular bundle, which can be seen in the veins and the midrib. The size of the vascular bundles depends upon size of the veins. The veins vary in thickness in the reticulate venation of the dicot leaf. The vascular bundles are surrounded by a layer of thick-walled bundle sheath cell. So the correct answer option A is dicot leaf.